Namaste, beautiful, beautiful soul. It is so lovely to connect with you once again. My name is Tori. I'm a 500-hour trauma-informed, trained, and registered teacher. If you haven't practiced with me, I specialize in Vinyasa and Hatha flows, and today we'll be doing a balancing Hatha flow with a little added heat. So feel free to take it to whatever depth you need, knowing that you can always take a rest at any point. Even pause this video if you so desire, but coming into child's pose, an easy seat, or anything that nourishes you, and allowing yourself to honor where your body is today. So if you have blocks, as you see right behind me there, that would be supportive of today's practice. If you have other props that you'd like to utilize, you are more than welcome to do so, but that's all we'll necessarily need. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So just coming into a comfortable seat for a moment, we are going to practice a little bit of pranayama or breathing here. As you begin to melt into your seat, just making sure that your spine is elongated, either ankles stacked one in front of the other, maybe stacked one on top of the other, coming into half lotus or full lotus if that's within your practice, Padmasana. Maybe legs are extended out in front of you, maybe you're sitting up onto your heels, or perhaps you're allowing yourself to lie upon your mat today to begin your practice, and eyes can either be closed if that feels safe, or allowing them to be slightly cracked open, staring at one unmoving point. Your hands may rest either upon the earth, your knees, your lap, or on your torso. And to begin, we're going to come into Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. There is a retention of the breath, so if that does not feel comfortable for you to do, you can absolutely do so without the retention and just breathe from one nostril to the other. But to get started, allowing your right hand to rest, your left hand to rest upon your lap, your body, or the earth. Your right hand coming to the space in front of your face, your pointer and middle finger coming to the space between your brows, allowing your thumb to be available to plug your right nostril, your pinky and ring finger available to plug your left. Begin by breathing in through both nostrils here. And then plug your right nostril, exhale out your left. Inhaling through your left. Plug and exhale out your right. Inhale through the right. Plug, exhale out your left. Inhale left. Plug, exhale right. Now you may continue just like that, or begin to add a retention or hold of the breath. Inhaling through your right. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out your left. Inhaling left. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left. Inhaling left. Hold. And exhale right. And on the bottom of your exhale out of your right nostril, allow your hand to melt back to where it wishes to fall. Take a moment nostrils only, coming either into your deep belly breath, Adham Pranayama. Inhaling, expanding through your abdomen, letting your rib cage and chest lift wide with breath. And exhale, softening your shoulders back and down the spine, breathing out through the nose as you deflate your chest, your rib cage, and draw belly button towards spine. Now you may allow yourself to stay there, or add a constriction into the back of the throat, coming into your Ujjayi Pranayama, or oceanic breath, if that is within your own practice. Allow yourself to just breathe here into your body for a round or two more of breath. On an in-breath, slowly walk your hands towards the sides of the room. Exhale, chin melts to chest. Inhale, slowly sweep right ear over towards right shoulder. Exhale, circle your shoulders back and down your spine. Maybe you stay here. Or, if it feels good, you can inhale, sweep your left hand out in front of the face. Bring a bend into your elbow, palm faces out. This may be deep enough, or inhale, take your right hand and clasp around your left wrist. Soften through your left shoulder and melt right ear over towards the right hand side. And as you exhale, slowly release the hands, soften chin back into chest. Inhale, sweep the left ear over towards left shoulder. Exhale, circle the shoulders back and down. This may be deep enough for you. Or inhale, sweep your right hand out in front of the face, a bend in the elbow, palm faces out. And clasp your left hand around your right wrist. On your out breath, soften through the right shoulder, draw the right fingertips over towards the left hand side as left ear melts over towards the left shoulder. And as you exhale, slowly release the hands back to the earth, chin softens to chest. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine, and allow your right leg to reach open towards the side, left foot in towards your groin. Making sure that if you need a bend in the knee, you can absolutely take one and put a block under there to support yourself. Inhale, reach the arms up, flex the right foot, externally rotate. Exhale, draw the left hand behind the back, right hand either onto the left knee, in front of you, or back side of the right palm over your left thigh. Inhale, press into your back fingertips, stack shoulders over hips. As you exhale, opportunity to spiral a little bit deeper into the twist, either gazing straight ahead or pouring your gaze over your left shoulder. Feel both six bones rooted into the earth here. Now you may root your right hand into the left knee, or soften the right hand in front of or onto the right shin. It is up to you, but on an in-breath, sweep your left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, pour your left fingertips over towards your right toes. As you exhale, opportunity to stay here, or bend through the right elbow, spiraling open towards the sky, gazing underneath the arm. Inhale, lengthen fingertips towards toes. Exhale, opportunity to spiral your rib cage up towards the ceiling. One last in-breath to lengthen, and then lift all the way up. Both arms sweep overhead. Exhale, square your torso over your right leg. Hinge at your hips and allow yourself to release over your right leg here. Now, you can latch the hands onto the shin, the foot. If you need more depth, you may draw a block to the bottom of the foot and wrap your arms or hands around that. And allow your heart to be shining down towards your shin. One more breath here. And on an in-breath, slowly walking your hands in towards your groin, allow yourself to come to center. As you exhale, root your hands into the earth in front of you, coming into cupcake hands or just the fingertips rooting. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, we're going to begin to walk our hands forward, opening through the inner and outer hip, maybe even our hamstring, depending on where we are today. And if your right toes begin to splay forward or your right hip begins to lift, just press into your fingertips to root yourself down and allow yourself to melt here for 2 rounds of breath. Inhale, walk your hands in, lengthen up through the spine. Draw your legs back into an easy seat. Inhale, sweep your hands behind you, root them into the earth, either fingertips or palms. Circle the shoulders, pressing into the mat, open through the chest, gazing up slightly. Exhale, cup hands on the knees, dome belly button towards spine, chin towards chest. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head, place your hands in front of your face. Exhale, press the palms away as you soften belly button towards spine, chin back down towards chest, shoulders stay soft. Inhale, lengthen, root to rise from the hips, reach the palms up overhead. Exhale, release the hands and clasp them behind the lower back, palms face one another. Inhale, circle the shoulders back and down the spine, try to root your knuckles away from the bottom and down into the mat as you peel open through your breastbone. Exhale, hinge at the hips. If you so desire, folding forward, reaching your forehead towards the earth, fists upwards, opening through the whole back line of the body. On your in-breath, slowly begin to lift, reach the arms out and up, palms meet. Exhale, hands come to heart. Now releasing your left leg open towards the left side, right foot in towards groin. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, right hand comes behind you, left hand either in front, onto the right knee or back side of the left palm over the right thigh. Inhale, press into your back fingertips, lengthen. Exhale, opportunity to spiral deeper into your twist if you so desire. Gaze can be straight ahead or it can be over your right shoulder. One more breath here. Rooting your left hand either onto your right knee or in front or onto your left shin. The choice is up to you. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, pour your right fingertips towards your left toes. Stay long through both side bodies. And you may stay here. Exhale, root the left hand and bend the elbow, spiraling open through the ribcage, opening towards the sky. Inhale, lengthening right fingertips towards left toes. Exhale, opportunity to spiral. One last inhale to lengthen, and on the bottom of that inhale, lift both arms, sweep up overhead. Exhale, shift your torso over the left leg and release over the left leg here. So drawing your chest down towards your shin, hands may latch wherever is comfortable for you. And focus here on shining your heart, once again, towards your shin or towards your toes. Inhale, walk your hands in, come back into center. Once again, root through the hips, grow tall on an in-breath. And as you exhale, coming onto your cupcake hands, walk the hands forward. And if your left hip begins to lift, press into the fingertips, root your 6 bones back into the earth. And allow yourself to melt here for 2 more rounds of breath. Still breathing nice and deep, fully expanding and deflating your abdomen. And inhale, slowly walk the hands in. Exhale, sweep your feet in front of you. Arms can either reach out for a little activation of the core, feet planted hip distance apart, or hands can cup behind the thighs. Wherever you desire to go, exhale, dome, belly button towards spine, roll down vertebra by vertebra. Few options here. You may reach your hands down towards the earth, reaching the fingertips towards the toes, thumbs in towards the hips for a little less activation or more support, I should say. For a deeper activation of the core, you can bring the hands behind the head, thumbs pointing down towards the shoulders. Now, inhale, draw your knees into your chest, maybe you rock for a moment, and then when you feel ready, we're going to inhale, extend our legs up towards the sky. Glue your big toe mounds together, press the balls of your feet upwards, glue your lower back to the earth. Imagine suctioning the belly button in towards your spine. Now you may stay here with straight or bent legs, or to invite a deeper fire in, exhale, lower the legs to hover only as low as you can go without the lower back lifting. And then inhale, lift back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And continue here for a few rounds of breath, only going as low as you need. Now, you may continue there, or for a deeper activation, lace your hands, release the hands, reach them up towards the sky, lace all fingers but your pointer and your thumb. Now, as you exhale, we lower our left leg to hover and reach our fingertips over towards the right hand side. Inhale, come back into center. Exhale, right leg lowers, reach over to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left leg lowers, reach to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, right leg lowers, lift to the left. Inhale, center, and continue here for a few more rounds of breath. Really moving with the breath and rooting your lower back to the earth. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower. Inhale, center. One more on each side. Exhale, hug your knees in. You may rock here. You may find stillness. You may take little circles, massaging the sacral spine. If you do so, go an even amount in each direction, equaling them out. Or pour your knees towards your armpits, reach the pads of your feet up towards the sky. Cup your hands behind your thighs, around your shins, heels, maybe even peace fingers around the big toes, or hands wrapping the outside edges of the feet. And if you are here in Ananda Balasana with me, press your inner knees away from one another. Try to melt your knees down to the earth simultaneously, really peeling open through the entirety of the hips and the lower spine. And if you feel your lower back lifting, try to focus on lengthening your tailbone to meet the earth. And on the bottom of your exhale, release your heels, draw your knees back together. Either roll over onto one side and press yourself up, or rock yourself forward and back until you find your way into seated and make your way into your tabletop. So, spreading your fingertips nice and wide like you're a little kid giving a big old high five. Root the entirety of your hands into the earth. Stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Knees hip distance apart, hands shoulder distance, okay? So taking just a few rounds of your cat and cow, tuck the toes, inhale, circle the shoulders back and down the spine, traction hangs towards knees, gaze ahead or slightly up. Exhale, press into the tops of the feet, shins and hands, dome, belly button towards spine, chin to chest. And continue here for 2 more rounds of breath. Inhaling to squeeze your hips and shoulders together. Exhale, elongating the space between the crown of your head and your tailbone. One last round at your own pace. Inhale, come back into center. Exhale, left knee comes in towards the center of the mat. Inhale, right leg reaches out. Engage through the lower abdomen here. Try not to let your right leg lift above the body line, but keep it in line with the rest of your body. Press into the hands to become buoyant within the chest. And you may simply exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straighten it back. Or coming into a dynamic tiger pose, bring a bend into the right knee. Inhale, circle the shoulders back and down. Traction hands towards the rooted knee. Press the pad of the right foot up. Engage through your right glute and core. Exhale, squeeze right knee in towards nose. Press into the hands. Expand between your shoulder blades. Inhale, circle the shoulders back and down the spine. Engage through the right leg, reach it up. Exhale, squeeze it in towards midline. And allow yourself to continue here for a few more rounds of breath, if you so desire. Great job. This time, inhale, coming back into a neutral space. So with the leg just bent or straightened out, wherever you are, inhale, engage your center. Opportunity to reach your left arm forward. Maybe it stays there. Or exhale, opportunity, if your right leg is bent, to reach your left hand back behind you towards the pinky toe side of your right foot. Maybe you stay, or inhale, press into the left hand with the right foot and open through the left shoulder. Good. Inhale with control, slowly release. And exhale, release your left hand down. Turn your right toes open towards the right hand side. Exhale, either bending the right knee or keeping it straight. Draw the right foot over towards the right side or right knee. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, back. Exhale, draw it over. Inhale, back, toes look at the earth. Exhale, take your right knee, bend it, draw it over to the left-hand side of your left leg. Now maybe it stays and hovers. Maybe you root your right knee down and lower your right shin. Opportunity to squeeze the shins together. Actively draw your left hip back. Opportunity to stay here. For more of a balance and twist, draw your right hand underneath the right shoulder, left hand to left hip. Exhale, if you'd like to deepen, press into the right hand, stacking left shoulder on top of right. Maybe you inhale, reach your left arm up towards the sky, still actively drawing the left hip back. And as you exhale, circle the left arm back and down, root through the left hand, walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, lower the right knee. Take a moment, tuck your toes, sit back towards your heels. Draw your hands about 4 inches in front of the knees, fingertips in towards one another. Bring a bend into the elbows, palms face up. Inhale, either extend through the elbows here. If you don't feel a stretch in the forearms, exhale, bend, clasp your hands into a fist. Inhale, extend through your elbows. Exhale, bend. Opportunity to clench deeper or stay exactly where you are, and inhale, extend. One last breath here. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Release. Maybe sit back onto the heels. If you want to take some circles with the wrists, feel free to do so. And then when you feel ready, we're going to come into the opposite side. So, coming back into your tabletop. This time, right knee underneath right knee underneath in the center of the mat. Left leg reaches straight back. Once again, keep it in line with the body. Engage your lower abdomen towards the spine. Maybe you exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straight. Or coming into tiger, bring a bend in the left knee. Inhale, circle the shoulders back and down. Engage the left glute. Press the pad of the left foot up towards the sky. Traction, hands towards knees. Exhale, draw knee to nose, pressing into the hands, expanding the back. And inhale, circle the shoulders back and down, peel the heart open, engage through the left glute and core. Exhale, draw it in. And allow yourself to continue here for a few more rounds of breath, if you so desire. Inhale, coming back into that neutral space, either with legs straight or bent. Inhale, opportunity to reach your right arm forward. You may stay here. Exhale, sweep your right hand behind you, reaching it towards the pinky toe side of the left foot. On an in-breath, opportunity to hold or press the top of your left foot into your right hand. Gaze forward, peeling open the right shoulder and the heart. And And on an out breath, slowly with control, release, reaching the leg back, right arm forward, soften the right hand, turn your left toes towards the left hand side. On your out breath, either bend the left knee or keep it straight, draw the left leg over towards the left hand side. Inhale, straighten it back. Exhale, over to the side we go. Inhale, straighten it back, toes look at the earth. Exhale, bend the left knee, draw the left knee over towards the right hand side of your right leg, like you're sitting cross-legged. Now maybe you let it float. If you can deepen to lower the left knee and the left shin, go ahead. Maybe you draw your shins in towards one another. Exhale, draw your right hip back, left hip forward. Maybe this is where you stay. Or left hand underneath the left shoulder, right hand to right hip. Exhale, opportunity to deepen into a twist, pressing into your left hand, stacking right shoulder on top of left. Maybe you inhale, reach the right arm up as you actively continue to draw your right hip back. And exhale, circle the right arm towards the back of the room and down, releasing the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, reach the left leg back. Exhale, soften it down. If you need to tuck the toes, sit back. Circle out the wrists, shake out the hands. Feel free to do so. I know that can be a lot on the wrists. And when you feel ready, we're going to find our way into our downward facing dog. So the best way to get into down dog is coming into a proper tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Tuck your toes. And on an out breath, shift your hips up and back. Maybe you bend your knees nice and deep or have at least a micro bend in the knees here. Circle your shoulder blades in towards your armpits. Press into your hands as if you're sliding them towards the front of the room. And root deeply into the L's of the hands. Meaning what we learned left and right from, root into those fingers. And maybe you walk out your dog, pressing one heel down and bending the opposite leg and switching with the breath. Maybe you bend your knees and rock your hips from one side to the next. Or maybe you just play around here in any other way that feels good within your body today. And allow yourself to release there for a few more breaths, experiencing that play. Then when you feel ready, exhale, soften your heels down into the earth. Opportunity to hold here, or inhale, lift onto your tippy toes, draw the back side of your neck towards the front of the room, and lengthen out into a high plank. Exhale, bend your knees, shift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your feet together, lift onto your tippy toes, pull your gaze between your thumbs, exhale, bend. Either walk or float yourself forward into your Uttanasana, having a bend in the knees, allowing your abdomen to rest upon your thighs here. Feet may be together or hip distance apart. Maybe grab opposite elbows and sway from side to side. Maybe you release your hands with gravity and draw your chin towards your chest. Maybe you root the fingers into the earth. Maybe you wrap your peace fingers around your big toes. And exhale, bend the elbows. Once again, lengthening the crown of your head down towards the earth. And if it feels good, maybe you begin to lift your hips up towards the sky. And then, when you feel complete, inhale, bend your knees, begin to roll up vertebra by vertebra, opening up the fascia, or deep muscle tissue of the back body. Sweep your arms out and up, palms meet. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, lengthen the arms back up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, shift the weight into the left foot, step the right foot back, kiss the right knee down. Hands can either stay framing the left foot, or if it feels better to lift the shoulders over the hips, feel free. Pull the feet in towards one another. Exhale, melt your hips forward and down, coming into Surya Namaskar, or our sun salutation. On your next out breath, release the hands, frame the foot, inhale, lift the back knee. Retain the breath, step it back into your plank pose, either lower flat or exhale, Exhale, knees, chest, chin lower as elbows graze the rib cage. Inhale, traction the hands towards the toes, lift into a cobra. As low or as much as you need right now, elbows squeeze back. Exhale, melt it down, engage through your center, lift through tabletop. And on your next out breath, tuck your toes, shift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Right toes on an in-breath, lift slightly, and exhale, squeeze it to step it between the hands or get there any which way. Kiss your left knee down. Hands may stay framing the right foot, or once again, may lift onto the thigh if that feels more cozy. Traction the feet in. Exhale, pour your hips forward and down, coming into Anjaneyasana, or low lunge. On your out breath, release the hands, tuck the left toes, spring yourself forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, draw the arms in line with the ears, engage through the core, lift all the way up, straight body. Exhale, hands come back into heart center. Lengthen the tailbone towards the earth, engage your kneecaps up towards your quadriceps. Belly button reaches towards spine. And we're gonna take the next round of our sun salutation. One breath per movement. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, step the left foot back, kiss the left knee down, shine the heart forward as you melt the hips down. Root through the hands, retain the breath, step it back into a plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, elbows hug in. Inhale, slide the body forward between the hands, open the heart, cobra pose. Exhale, engage through the core, tuck the toes, shift up, back into downward facing dog. Inhale, slightly lift your left toes, step it between the hands, shine your heart forward, lower the right knee. Exhale, spring the right foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, draw arms in line with the ears, lengthen all the way up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Now, feet may be hip distance apart, or your feet are glued together at the big toe mounds. Inhale, draw your arms in line with the ears, bend the knees, sit your hips back. Weight reaches towards the heels, maybe you even lift the toes. Drawing your belly button in towards the spine, lengthening your tailbone towards the earth, coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. Trying to avoid any back bending, so we're not looking straight ahead, but maybe at a diagonal towards the earth. Now you may stay here in center and exhale, draw your hands to your heart. Opportunity to inhale, lengthen through the breastbone and take the outer left elbow to the outer right knee. If you see that your left knee is reaching forward, you can step your feet together here, okay? Now, coming from here, you may come back in the center. Or inhale, shift your weight into your right foot. Begin to lift your left toes. And exhale, step the left foot back. Coming into a twisted crescent lunge. Maybe to wiggle the foot back as I just did. Pulling the feet in towards one another. Really press into the right hand to spiral your right shoulder on top of your left. Now, if that doesn't serve you, absolutely feel free to come back in the center. Good. On an in breath. Pulling the feet in, engaging through your center. Reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, soften through the shoulders. Maybe bend a little bit deeper. Maybe extend through your back leg here in your crescent lunge. Opportunity to hold or inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows, circle the arms back and down. Inhale, sweep your arms forward and up. Exhale, bending back and down. Good. One more time here if you so desire. Inhale, lift. As you exhale, hands come to heart. And then release the hands to frame the right foot. From here, inhale, extend through the right leg. Keep a baby bend in it. Exhale, pivot your back foot, so your left foot, so that your left heel is reaching towards the right corner of the mat. Melt your left heel down as much as your body will allow. It may stay lifted, and that's a-okay. Mine absolutely does. Draw your right hip back, left hip forward. Allow your torso to melt over your right leg. Now you may stay here if this feels really good for the IT band and your hamstring. Or for a more dynamic stretch to invite in deeper flexibility, Inhale, pull the feet in towards one another. Bring a bend into the right knee, coming into a low lunge. Exhale, extend through the right leg, pouring your torso over the right shin. And then inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. One more breath here if you so desire. Inhale, bend the right knee, pull the feet in towards one another. Begin to lift all the way up. Exhale, hands come to heart. Bend the back knee, spring yourself forward so that your weight is on your right foot. Now, if you do have blocks, go ahead and take them to their highest height, about a foot in front of your foot, shoulder distance apart. Hands are at heart, your weight is into the right foot. You begin to flex the left toes. Now, keeping a straight line from the tip of the head towards your left heel. Maybe you stay here. Or take a baby bend in your right knee and begin to hinge at your hips, drawing the crown of your head towards the front of the room as your left heel reaches back. Now, making sure that you're softening your left hip down towards the earth as you engage your left heel back. Maybe your arms stay at heart, maybe they reach forward. Coming into Ekpadasana or Warrior 3. Now as you exhale, release your hands either to blocks or the earth. Take a deeper bend in the right leg, bend the left knee. Now, we're going to come into our standing split if you so desire. So I suggest lowering the blocks at least 1 or 2 levels or bringing the hands to the earth. This may be deep enough for you. Feel free to stay here. Or keeping the bend in your right knee, inhale, press the left knee up towards the sky. From there, opportunity to hold or extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. Good. As you exhale, maybe you press into the hands as if they're sliding away from you, drawing the crown of your head down towards the earth. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly lower, squaring the hips back down to the earth. Release the pad of the foot. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Maybe you walk out the legs here, shifting the weight from side to side. And then inhale, bend your knees. Begin to roll yourself on up. And exhale, circle the shoulders back and down. Draw the hands to your heart center. Now, coming into the opposite side, inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up in line with the ears, lengthen your tailbone back and down, belly button in towards spine, weight towards the heels. Maybe your toes even lift. You may stay here, or exhale, draw your hands to your heart. Opportunity to hold in the center. Inhale, lift through the breastbone. Exhale, take the outer right elbow to the outer left knee. Press your left hand into the right to stack your shoulders. Now you may stay here. You may come back to center. Whatever you desire. Inhale, shift your weight into your left foot. Begin to reach your right foot up. Exhale, step it back with control. You may have to adjust it, and that's okay. Press your left hand into the right again. Try to spiral your left shoulder on top of the right. Inhale, pull the feet in. Begin to lift through the breastbone. Reach your arms up. Exhale, opportunity to bend deeper if you so desire. Lengthening your tailbone down, belly button in towards midline. Trying to extend through the back leg. Exhale, soften through your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen. Opportunity to open the heart. Exhale to spiral the arms back and down. Inhale, sweeping them forward and up. Opportunity to join me 2 more times in this heart opener. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the hands to frame the left foot. Now you may bring blocks underneath the hands here if you so desire, or feel free to not. Inhale, extend through the left leg, but keeping a micro bend in it. Exhale, take your right heel, pour it towards the back left corner of the mat, and melt it down. Still drawing your left hip back, right hip forward. Allow the crown of your head to melt over your left leg. Now you may stay here, as I mentioned before. Or inhale, bend the left knee, pull the feet in towards one another, pour the hips forward and down, coming into a lunge. Exhale, extend, almost fully through the left leg, drip the right heel down. Inhale, forward and bend. Exhale, extend. Last round here. Inhale, bending the left knee, traction the feet in towards one another. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands come to heart. Bend the back leg, spring your weight forward onto the left foot. Once again, if you know you're going to need some support here, feel free to bring your blocks about a foot underneath in front of your foot in shoulder distance apart. Lifting up, hands come to heart. Shifting the weight into the left foot, flex the right, make sure your toes are looking forward. As you exhale, engage your center. Maybe you stay here. Or stay in a straight line, bend the left knee, hinge at the hips, reach the right heel back. Crown of the head forward, arms may be at heart. They may be extending forward. They may be supporting yourself on the blocks. Right toes still pouring down towards the earth. Warrior 3, Ekpadasana. And you may stay or exhale, release your hands to the blocks and bring a bend into the right knee as well as your left. Maybe you lower the blocks a level or two, whatever your body is being served best by. Keeping the bend in your left knee, inhale, opportunity to stay there, or press the right knee open towards the sky. You may wish to deepen it. If so, inhale, extend through the right leg. Maybe on an out breath, you press your hands into the blocks, drawing the crown of your head down towards the earth. And slowly, on your next out breath, slowly melting the right leg back down, squaring the hips, coming back into a forward fold. From here, inhale, bend the knees slightly, turn the toes out towards the front corners of the mat, and exhale, bend the knees, almost like a little frog stance. And from here, you're gonna melt your hips and heels back and pour your heart between the legs, reaching the arms forward. It's almost like a teeter-tottering motion to help yourself balance, but trying to melt your heels down to the earth as you simultaneously press your inner knees away from one another. Inhale, walk your hands in, draw your knees in towards one another. Exhale, release your hips back onto the earth. And recline onto your back body. Maybe you hug your knees in for a moment. Maybe you take your little circles or little rocks to massage your sacral spine. And then in your own time, reach your arms out in a T-like formation. Shift your hips 2 inches over towards the right hand side. Lift both knees up like your shins are a shelf or a tabletop. And exhale, melt both knees over to the left hand side of the body. Left hand may come to the outer right thigh. Maybe your gaze is up or pours over the right shoulder here. And allow yourself to breathe here in Supta Matsyendrasana, or your reclined spinal twist. Inhale, root the hands into the earth, engage through your center, lift the legs. Exhale, lower the feet, shift your hips a few inches over to the left hand side. Draw your shins parallel to the earth. And then exhale, melt both knees over to the right hand side. Right hand may come to the outer left thigh as your gaze either reaches up or over your left shoulder. And breathing deeply for 2 to 3 rounds of breath. Inhale, root through the hands, engage through your core, lift the legs. Exhale, lower. Shift the hips back into center, hug the knees in one last time. And then allowing yourself, if you have the time, to release into Shavasana. You may release the legs straight, the bottoms of the feet together. Maybe you plant the feet max distance apart and knock the knees in towards one another. But allowing yourself to take as much time as you need here, as we will be concluding the flow for today. So I just want to say thank you for allowing me the honor of being a guide through your practice today. I hope this served you so well, and if you have any recommendations or requests, feel free to drop them in the comments below. It is such an honor and dear pleasure of mine to be able to share this with you. The light and the fire within me honors and deeply recognizes that which is within you. And when we are in this space together, we are one. Namaste.